Nobody does it, Bennett. Yes, I've gone and said it. Movies and games, some things that are lame. Nobody does it, Bennett. A video game, movie pitch. We'll make a film with a game as itch. Video game, movie pitch. Let's start a show. No, we're not on Twitch. A video game, movie pitch.
Hello, and welcome to Nobody Does It Bennett, a video game movie pitch. I am your host, The Greg Bennett Experience, and tonight I'm joined once again by the mighty apex predator himself, the Gar-Rath. Welcome back to the show, Gar-Rath.
Hello.
Tonight we're covering Gears of War, first released back in 2006. Are you a fan of this franchise?
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I can remember seeing the ads for the Gears of War and like, Mum, that's what I want for Christmas.
Yeah, it's one of those, like when Xbox 360 came out, it was a launch title, wasn't it?
No, I think it was late. Like, yes, close. Yeah, sort of. No, maybe?
Close.
Close. Yeah. I think it was a little bit down the road, but yeah, when it did come out, it was like, what is this thing? This is fucking great.
Yeah, I think you went all Malcolm in the middle there. You went, yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
You're not the boss of me now.
And you're not so big. Gears of War is a 2006 third-person shooter video game, the first installment of the Gears of War series.
Gears of War.
It was developed by Epic Games and published by Microsoft Game Studios, initially as an exclusive title for the Xbox 360. In November 2006, before a Microsoft Windows version of the game, developed in conjunction with People Can Fly, they're the one that brought up that game earlier in the year we played.
Outriders?
Outriders. In conjunction with People Can Fly, who were the ones that did Outriders as well, Gar-Rath?
Yep.
Yep.
People can fly when they're in airplanes, so can pigs.
What a cool name for a company, though. People Can Fly.
People can fly. It's like that movie, The Boy Who Could Fly.
Also, a superhero movie when Tom Cruise is like, okay. All right, I can fly, all right? And it's like, this just in, Tom Cruise is dead. So People Can Fly, and the Microsoft version was released in 2007. The game's main story, which can be played in single or cooperative play, or co-op, if you want to be cool about it, focuses on a squad of troops who assist in completing a desperate last-ditch attempt to end a war against a genocidal subterranean enemy, the Locusts. And save the remaining human inhabitants of their planet Sera. So do you know the name of Sera? The planet Sera?
Well, I knew it wasn't Earth, but I couldn't remember what the name of the planet was.
It's Sera, but not Sarah Connor.
Zara.
Sera, S-E-R-A. Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, it looks kind of Earth-like.
Yeah, it sort of makes me wonder, are they from Earth, and did they colonize this planet, or what's the deal? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of history, maybe that would tell us. But
yeah, I don't think they even really mention it, to be honest.
No, but to be honest, I thought it was just like an alt Earth. Just like maybe Sera was Earth, but in another reality.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Go with that.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
The game's multiplayer mode allows up to 8 players to control characters from one of the 2 factions in a variety of online game modes. Gameplay features players using cover and strategic fire in order to win battles. That's the thing about this game, that cover system. Like, I think it's obviously been done before in games, but never perfected like this.
You know how you can vault over the thing, and you'll be vaulting over, and then the locust will vault over, and you're like both vaulting over this one thing.
Yeah, but it's also more this that you go up against the wall, and you can just go down, go down.
And free fire, and just, yeah.
I've never seen it done better in any other game yet. Like, some get close, but Gears of War is still the best.
And the chainsaw gun is just amazing. Just the...
In Gears of War 2, there's a level where you go through, and there's like this test facility, and there are all these mutants in tubes.
Is that 2 or was that 1? Because I felt like we did that together, and I don't think we did 2.
No, it's in 2 because it's in like a robot's taken over like this training facility.
Yeah.
You go in there and there's a whole bunch of tubes, and these mutants come out of it one by one, and it's supposed to be creepy and scary. But all I remember doing is turn on my chainsaw gun and like, all right, this is gonna be fun.
What about the bloody berserker? Those things when it charges at you. Oh my god.
Do you know berserker's a female?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they're females.
That's probably why they're so angry. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Sorry, I'll probably edit that one out.
Oh, no.
Please don't hurt me.
I'll set Atlas onto you.
The game was a commercial success, selling over 3 million copies within 10 weeks of its launch.
I was one of them.
It became the fastest selling video game of 2006, the second most played game over Xbox Live during 2007, and the sixth best selling Xbox 360 game, considered one of the seventh generations of video games' most significant titles. The game received universal acclaim for its gameplay and detailed visuals, with it winning over 30 Game of the Year awards in 2006. Universal acclaim would be a good name for a band or a game studio.
Well, Acclaim already is a game studio. I think.
And so is Universal as a company, obviously music.
I don't know if Acclaim's still around though anymore. I think they closed down.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. But Universal acclaim could be one they could use. Yeah. Hopefully we get sued by Universal and acclaim. Yeah. What we're going to do I just can't speak no more.
Man, that mowing the lawns really took it out of you.
Oh, I'll tell you what, mowing the lawns, it was good. It was worth it. Listen to music and trimming those hedges. What we're going to do on tonight's show is cast and pitch our versions of a Gears of War movie or TV show. It can also be live action or animated. We will come up with the main cast between us, revealing our cast choices before deciding between ourselves who we want to confirm as our cast. After that, we will each give our basic pitch outlines for our Gears of War movie or TV show. But first, if you like what you hear and would like to send us your thoughts, why not contact us? You can by visiting our Nobody Does It Bennett Facebook page, or by hitting us up on the Twitter at Nobody DI Bennett. That's Nobody DI Bennett. Or by emailing us at nobodydoesitbennett@outlook.com. That's nobodydoesitbennett@outlook.com. That's a Bennett with 2 N's and 2 T's. Nobody Does It Bennett is available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and other podcast networks. Right, Gar-Rath, let's get to casting our Gears of War project. Is your pitch going to be a movie or TV show?
It's going to be a TV show.
Animated, live action?
Animated.
Animated?
Because I think it'll be easier to do.
You can get the look and the size of the guys better that way.
And the different variations of the locusts.
Got to make sure you get them all different too, because like in Gremlins, they're all different. They're not the same Gremlin.
No, they are. They're all different. Like Stripe had a mohawk, and he was like, he's rebel.
And he liked to eat things. He went, yum, 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 yum. Anyway, back to Gears of War. Go on to Gremlins, why not?
Yep.
I want a Mogwai, by the way, for Christmas. If anyone wants me to get me one, don't worry, I won't feed it to midnight. Right, so for my one, Gar-Rath, I'm going to go for a TV show as well. So double TV show, but mine's going to be live action.
Oh, okay.
I'm going for like a Netflix/Disney Plus style, so it's going to only be 7 episodes long, and it's going to be hour-long episodes with no ads.
Yeah, I was going to go with 10 episodes. Don't know how long though. Maybe an hour would be kind of good.
Yeah, I think hour each would be good because it gives you a good chunk, but we'll go into our pitch later on about those. Let's get into our casting first, shall we?
Aye.
Right, so let's start casting our version of Gears of War.
You want to know why nobody does it, Bennett?
So we're casting our versions of Gears of War. Both of us have picked TV shows. You've gone animated, Gar-Rath. I've gone live action. So let's see what we go with. The first character we're going to cast is Marcus Fenix. Would you like to go first for your choice, sir?
Oh, sure, why not? Better up. So, since it's going to be an animated, I thought, why not just go with the guy who voiced him in the game?
That's a good idea, yeah.
His name's John DiMaggio. So I thought just go with him.
Is he also Bender?
I'm not too sure. I
Futurama?
know, I sort of looked at the thing on my phone, and he does a lot of voices in it. It looks like a lot of the guys do a lot of voices for characters in it. So, you'll be saving on hiring all these actors when this one guy does this guy, this guy, this guy, and this person. So it's like, well, there you go.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, so I thought I'd go with him for my first one.
That's a good, solid first choice. If we go for this one and then I pick live action, because I got live action, it would be awkward. My first choice anyway for Marcus Fenix is someone who I think can embody it pretty well, looks the part, can do comedy as well as do serious action. Yeah. He's been in a lot of things lately, but I think he'd do this and make it his own. My first choice for Marcus Fenix is Jason Momoa.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's got the build and the chops and the voice. I think he can knock that down the park as well.
Yeah, I can see that.
So Jason Momoa, not your Ma, but my Ma.
Mama.
Momoa. Not Moana. That's different as well.
No.
Right. Second choice, sir.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. I actually thought it was an idea that I was thinking about as well.
I'm thinking of him as Thanos and as Cavill and all those, and I thought, I can see him doing it because he can get that real gruff sort of voice, and he kind of looks rugged, and he looks like he's quite weathered. He can get that weathered look about him, which Marcus Fenix looks like he's seen a lot.
Yeah, I think he'd be good for both animated and live action as well.
That's what I thought too, yeah, because he could get that real sort of gruff voice going on.
Yeah, no, it's a good choice. My second choice is someone out of left field, but I think he's in a TV show at the moment where he'd be kind of like this, because what they're doing in the TV show is actually pretty tactical and actually correct to what they're actually supposed to be doing. Yeah. It's SEAL Team 6, I think it's called. My second choice for Marcus Fenix is Angel himself, David Boreanaz.
Oh, yeah.
I think he could do it.
Yeah.
He could command. He could also be gruff if he wanted to be.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got the tactical skill from being Angel, of course, not from SEAL Team 6, because, he's a vampire.
Yeah, he's a vampire. He's got to...
What else do you need?
Yeah.
So he's my second choice, sir.
Got to stare lovingly into the camera.
Yeah, and it's just can't film during the daytime, obviously, because...
No, he'll just evaporate.
He would, and then Spike can come into it too, 2 for 1. But yeah, David Boreanaz, seriously, I think he's a solid actor that could actually do the part well.
Yeah, no, true.
Is it your third choice, sir?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're going to have to go with Henry Cavill.
Really?
I've got my third choice is Henry Cavill.
Oh, yeah. Because... honestly, The Witcher, how he's just gone real gruff and all that, I'm just like, you can do that.
Yeah, Henry Cavill, I think, is a solid choice, and I've got him in my third one because of that same reason. Obviously, he's done The Witcher, he's done Superman. He's also been, I think I saw him in Tudors, is the first thing I saw him in. Yeah. He's a guy that you could just follow into battle. Yeah. Like, every time he fights and stuff, I'm like, this guy, I would fight for this guy.
He's oozing machismo.
All right, so because we've both got him on our list and the same character, means we cast him. So Henry Cavill, solid choice for starting things off. He is our Marcus Fenix.
Plus, he likes video games.
He does. He would do it in a heartbeat, I think. Henry Cavill, well done, and it's a good start. Right, so the second character we're going to be casting is Dominic Santiago himself, or Dom. Domo. My first choice is for someone who actually wanted to be Marcus Fenix in the Gears of War, but I think he's a better Dom than a Marcus. My first choice is Dave Bautista.
Oh, yes.
I've gone for him as Dom.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got the look. He's got I think he'd nail it pretty well.
Yeah.
That's my first choice.
For me, I've got Carlos Ferrero, who, of course, is the guy that voiced Dom. And then, of course, he's done a whole lot of other characters in the game. So, yeah, if I could get him, I could get him.
Is he a big guy?
No, he looks like a smaller dude. Yeah. So, yeah, he's a little bit more skinny. Yeah. So that's why if you wouldn't want him for live action, you would want him more for an animated type version.
Fair enough, but shout out to the guys that actually made these roles what they are. So I think including them is a good idea, just because obviously they did such a good job in the actual game itself. Yeah. Right, my second option for Dom or Dominic Santiago, or just Dom. I'm going to call him Dom from now on. Not Dom from Fast and Furious, screw him. I got a family, I don't need more. My second choice is Oscar Isaac.
Yes.
I think he would be a good Dom.
Yep.
He would be, again, someone that I think if we got Henry Cavill, obviously already is Marcus Fenix, he would be just a good kind of solid choice that would be with, I could see him being with Henry Cavill for years. Yeah. So Oscar Isaac always does a good job, never does a bad job. Put him in there. I think he's apparently going to be Solid Snake too in Metal Gear movie.
Metal Gear.
Solid Snake, solid choice. Right, your second choice, sir, for Dom.
Michael Pena.
Michael Pena? Yeah. He's great in that, man.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's got good range of being serious and comedic, so which would fit quite well as a voice actor for my animation type one I'm looking at.
I think he could he could bulk himself up too if he wanted to. So I think he could also do live action. Yeah. I think that's a good choice. I love his stories in that, man. Like I say.
They're great.
My third choice, I want to go someone who's not known for, so maybe if they wanted to go unknown, they could. Yeah. I've gone for Miguel Gomez. He's in a movie called Southpaw, and also he's in the series FBI Most Wanted.
Oh, okay. I'm not too sure who he is.
So this is Miguel Gomez here, sir. I think he looked the part.
Yeah.
I mean, like bulk-wise, not obviously nationality-wise. Yes, he is Latino, but I think it's important for Dom to be Latino. That's where he's from.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Well, it's part of his heritage. And I think all the ones we've picked are from Latino backgrounds.
Yeah,
So your third choice, sir.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal? Yeah, he's always great. Mandalorian himself.
Thought I'd get him in it since he's already doing but the thing is he might be too busy.
That's what I thought too. I thought Pedro for this as well, but I was like, he's already doing Mandalorian, and he's also doing
Last of Us.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure if he could do a third, but if he could, I'm sure he'd be in.
Yeah, I reckon he would. Why not? Make the money.
Absolutely. For my choice, I think I would go with Dave Bautista.
I think Bautista would be good for live action, yes.
Dom as well, and I think he could do animated as well if you want to do his voice.
Okay. We'll go with Dave.
Good, big Dave. Give him the Bautista bomb.
Dave.
I'm just going to put Bautista rather than Dave there as well. Right, for character 3, sir, who have you got for your first choice for? Augustus Coltrane himself.
Well, Lester Spate.
Lester Spates.
He's original voice for Augustus.
Okay. Big guy.
Yeah, he looks like a big dude. He kind of actually looks like Coltrane.
So maybe they modelled it off him.
Yeah. So, and he looks like a big guy. So I thought, yeah. He kind of looks like a young Vic James, or what was his name? The guy who passed away, and he was in Green Mile.
Oh yeah, Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, I thought he would have been a good Coltrane too, but he's dead, so they don't work.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, you can't cast dead people.
No.
They haven't got the skills that you once had.
No.
Right. My first choice for Augustus Cole was the person I'm going to say I'm going to nominate straight away, because as soon as I thought of Coltrane, I thought of this guy right here. Yeah. And I thought he'd be amazing. My first choice is Winston Duke, who is known as M'Baku from Black Panther.
Oh.
I think he'd be amazing because he's got that absolute energy
Yeah.
that Coltrane would need, and he's got that right through the game. The woohoo, I'm Coltrane, baby.
I forgot about him.
His energy in Black Panther. I was like, this guy would make an amazing Coltrane.
I reckon he would too, actually, thinking about it. Live action, especially.
Yeah. Second choice, sir.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson.
If you smell what Augustus Cole is cooking.
Can you smell what Coltrane's cooking?
Hey, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's always welcome in anything I cast. He's an action star. He's not an actor. Yeah. If people say what's different between action star and actor, to me, actor is someone who can change how they perform in each movie. Yeah. Rather, an action star is someone who's just themselves in each movie they're in. Yeah. So you see like Jason Statham, he's an action star. Robert Downey Jr. is an actor. The Rock is an action star because he doesn't really change much. No. Like a Jumanji, the next level he tried, and that was not bad.
But he is full of energy.
He's still The Rock, and there's nothing wrong with being an action star if you are likable and fun in it. I don't really care if you are not. Yeah. But yeah, I think The Rock is always solid. And in my second choice, they wouldn't be able to work together. So I'm glad they're going for the same role here, because my second choice for Augustus' role is Tyrese Gibson.
He'll be slapping some boys around if that was the case.
If anyone doesn't know, The Rock and Tyrese Gibson don't get along, just like The Rock and Vin Diesel, because I think Tyrese Gibson and Vin Diesel are quite tight. Yeah. So they both hate on The Rock now. But hey, I'm sure The Rock will be crying with all his millions of dollars.
I feel like they kissed and made up though.
Did they?
Yeah, I think recently they kissed and made up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tyrese Gibson's best line is actually from the first Transformers film with Michael Bay. Yeah. It's like, where is he's after some sort of remote for the grenade when Scorponok is attacking him.
Yeah.
And he goes, where is it? And he goes, left cheek, left cheek, left cheek.
Yeah.
Best line I've ever heard him say. Your second choice, did I say? Or your third choice? Your third choice. We're up to 3
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. Yes. I think he's about almost 60 now. But I can see him as that kind of role with Coltrane as well, because he was great in the 90s, obviously, and Any Given Sunday. Yeah. It's amazing in that. He's now doing NCIS with Robin, Chris Donald. He's still doing action stuff, so it's a plausible one. Yeah, I can see that. Ladies love Cool James. That's what it stands for.
Yeah, they do.
My third actor is someone who has been creating controversy, but also someone I think could do a really good role, and as long as doesn't get ill-treated, should be okay.
Not Kim Kardashian.
No, not this time. She was close option, though.
Yeah.
Going for Ray Fisher from Justice League. I think he could do it. He's obviously done that kind of role in the Justice League where he was a football player who became a cyborg.
Right.
And this one, he'd be a football player that became a Delta gear cog guy. Yeah. Soldier. I think he can bulk himself up a little bit. But then again, I would always say I said Winston Duke is what I would go with anyway. Yeah. It's my choice for anyone in this would be M'Baku.
Yeah, I'm thinking M'Baku too. That's if you're doing a live action.
Even animated, I think his energy.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's just got amazing energy.
I'm just going to put M'Baku.
M'Baku, Winston Duke. He's already got an action named Duke, isn't he? A character in Predator?
Yeah, and G.I. Joe.
Yeah, so there you go. Already got the action name. Next one is for the douchebag known as Damon Bard or Beard.
Sometimes they say beard and sometimes they say bard in the game. So it's like, depending on who's saying it to him.
Which one is he? Make your choice. Maybe he just one of those guys that just doesn't do anything right.
Yeah.
Damon Bard or Beard. Damon Beard. My first choice is someone who's been cast in everything recently. Yeah. So why not be cast in this as well? I've cast, my first option is Chris Pratt. Garfield and Mario himself. Hey, he can do animated too, because guess what? He's doing the voice.
I'm just a little bit sick of Chris Pratt.
I think everyone is.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Chris Pratt, the man of the moment.
So I've gone with Fred Latterscore. Yeah, Latterscore. He's the dude that, of course, voiced Damien Bard.
Oh, so he's the guy again.
So basically, all my first characters are all the people that voiced them in the game.
Fair enough. If you go and animate, that makes sense.
So I might as well just not even do my first ones.
Because that's fine. No. Just keep doing them.
All right.
They have a right to be mentioned because they did such a good job. And I think they have a right to be nominated because of the fact that they made these characters who they are. We'd be sitting here thinking about making a Gears of War movie if it wasn't for these guys' performances. So why not be mentioned? You know? My second choice is someone that I think could play a dick really well because he plays a dick pretty well in the MCU. Just do a really good dick.
Chris Pratt again?
No, not this time. I thought about it. Maybe Chris Pratt twice. My second choice is Frank Grillo in the MCU and Captain America Winter Soldier as part of Secret Hydra, but he also becomes Crossbones.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Boss Level.
Yeah.
He's in some of the Purge.
Yeah.
He's got such an arrogance to him that he would make a good Bard or Beard because of that. He's just like...
Yeah, I can see that.
So Frank Grillo is my second choice, sir.
I have got Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, for Bard.
I can see that especially like Blade Trinity kind of look.
Yeah. Just so freaking arrogant and just so ridiculously cocky and just, yeah.
So he's Deadpool.
Yeah, pretty much Deadpool in Gears of War. Just a smart ass. It's like, right, yeah, just a douche. Like, he can play a douchebag really, really well.
He can. He's so good at it.
Yeah. It's like 3 men in a pizza place? Or
Two Guys and a Girl.
Oh, I got there at the end.
Two Guys and a Girl in a Pizza Place was the first name, but then it became Two Guys and a Girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I first saw Nathan Fillion as well.
Oh, yeah.
He played the boyfriend of one of them.
Yeah, that's where I like, because he's such a douchebag in that. So I was like,
yeah, he was a douchebag in that.
He's good at being a douchebag.
Yeah, but he's also good at not being if he doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
I think there's a few times where Beard isn't a complete douche.
Yeah, well, in the newer games, you find that Beard's a little bit more better. He's not so douchebaggy.
He kind of got over himself.
Yeah.
Because in the first one, he's only a private as well. So more he ranks up, the more he might realize that I was being a dick to those guys.
Yeah, I think so.
Right, my third option for Damon Beard is someone that I don't know if they could play the dick part of them too well. Like, I don't know how good a dick he'd be. Yeah. But otherwise, he could he would be the good build, and I think he could play the role pretty well. Yeah. It's Aaron Taylor Johnson, otherwise known as Kick-Ass and Quicksilver.
Oh.
I think he could do it, but I'm not sure how much of a smart ass he is.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I'd go against him for.
Yeah, because he's done a lot of sort of seriously, and even when he's in Kick-Ass, he was kind of like a serious character.
Yeah, he was in Kick-Ass, he was in Avengers Age of Ultron, but he was, obviously his sister in that is Wanda.
Yeah. He was also in Godzilla.
He was, but that's the thing. In Avengers, him and Wanda are brother and sister. But in Godzilla, he's married to her.
That's hilarious.
And it's like, I watched that back to back when I came out, and I was like, what? And then I watched Game of Thrones, and I went, oh, it makes sense now. Yeah. Right. So Aaron Taylor Johnson's my third choice.
Yeah.
Do you have a third choice, sir?
Zach Levi.
Zach Levi. Oh, actually, yes.
Yeah.
That's he is, of course, in
Shazam,
and also Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck himself.
And he's a big dude.
He is a huge dude, actually.
He's bulked himself up for Shazam. So I was like, oh yeah, because Bard's a big dude as well.
He's also in Thor 1 or Thor 2. One of the Thors he's in too. He actually played the blonde haired guy.
Oh.
In Thor. I'm pretty sure he's in Thor Dark World. Yeah, the guy that's part of the Warriors 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Dark World, but he's either in Dark World or the first one.
Oh, okay.
As that character. As I was looking through this, I was gonna pick Ryan Reynolds. But as soon as you said Zach Levy, I think it actually makes a better fit. Yeah. Because I think he could be a smart ass, but also a likable smart ass, but also could be annoying when he wants to be. Yeah. And he'd cost probably a lot less than Ryan Reynolds. I'm happy to pick Zachary Levy.
Zach. Nice.
Zach Levy, welcome to the cast of Gears of War as Damon Beard. Damon Beard. Right, so the next one is for Anya Stroud. She is the one that's pretty much talking to them the whole entire time during the game. She could be at secret base, and you could cut to her now and then if you wanted to see her more.
Yeah, Marcus Phoenix's love interest.
And she's also the daughter of the general.
Yes. In the fourth one, she's dead because Marcus Phoenix talks about her with...
Oh, did he marry? He married her.
He married her and had a son. And you play as his son.
Mother.
Yeah, you play as his son.
For Anya Stroud, sir, who have you got for your first option?
Nan McNamara, who, of course, the voice actor. Yeah.
She's the voice?
Yep.
Fair enough. So, again, she should be nominated because she did a really good job. She also her voice reminds me of Cortana or whatever it is in Halo.
Yeah. She could have done that, too.
Still a voice, I find.
Yeah.
So, and it's both Microsoft, they could have.
Yep. Microsoft.
My first option for Anya Stroud is someone I think who could play the role pretty well.
Yeah.
She's done a lot of physical stuff on TV before. Yeah. And as soon as I mention her, you might go, yes. My first option is Katy Sakoff.
Oh, yeah.
Because later on again, she also becomes one of the soldiers.
Yes.
I could believe her. Obviously, she's also been in Mandalorian recently.
Yeah.
She's my first option.
Okay.
Who is your second option, sir?
Amy Adams.
Yes. An enchanted choice.
Yeah. Yes, an enchanted. But, again, more animated than...
Yeah. I think she could, I don't know. She could possibly play it live action, but especially in the early parts, she's not having to do anything physical. No. So she could do it for a while, and then maybe when they get to the third or fourth one, she can decide she wants to play that version of her as well. Yeah. So fair enough. My second option for Anya Stroud is Florence Pugh. She is known as Yelena from Black Widow.
Oh, yeah.
I thought she'd be cool.
Yeah.
I just loved her in Black Widow.
Yeah.
I thought she was great.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Stole the show, really. Like, obviously, Scarlett was fine in it.
Yeah.
But Yelena was such a breath of fresh air. It was
But
nice.
would she be too busy doing Hawkeye?
Probably not. Hawkeye is only 6 episodes, so she doesn't have that much time to work.
Is it really that bad that they only did 6 episodes?
No, I think it's the same as Captain America Winter Soldier.
Ah.
I think it was only 6 as well.
Oh, okay.
They only go as long as the story intends. They don't expand it just for the sake of expanding it.
Oh, yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Obviously, she'll be in Hawkeye because if you haven't seen the end of Black Widow, we're not going to say why because we're not a spoiler cast. So, yeah, Florence Pugh is my second option, sir. Have you got a third option?
I do. Alice Eve.
Alice Eve, who's she?
Blonde girl from Into Darkness, Star Trek.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's also in Daredevil.
Okay.
Oh, no, not Daredevil. Oh, is it Daredevil? Or Iron Fist? Oh, I think it's the Iron Fist series. She's Typhoon Mary.
She looks Australian. Is she Australian?
Oh, English.
Okay, she just looks Australian. I don't know why. Blonde. She kind of looks like a Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And she's done action as well when she did...
Star Trek?
No, more Iron Fist. Because as Typhoon Mary, she was like an assassin, but she was crazy. Yeah. Okay. So she's done fighting scenes.
And she's got 2 first names.
Yes.
She can be trusted.
Yeah.
Alice Eve. My third option is someone who doesn't age and has played a vampire before.
Ah.
And I think she would be okay. And I think she'd be pretty good in this. She can do action, obviously. My third option is Kate Beckinsale.
Ah, the Bex.
The Bex. I think she's always good in each role. And I think she should keep her British accent.
Yeah, it would add to the characters. Yeah.
And make it more international too. It wouldn't just be Americans living on this earth. Or the Sarah, wherever it is.
Well, yeah, Sarah doesn't have a miracle or anything, you know.
Yeah. So she is my third choice, sir. And you've done all your 3 as well, haven't you?
I have.
My person I'm going to go for is Katy Sakoff. That's the one I would nominate on my side.
Yeah, I can see her doing it, actually. More the physical side of it.
And I think because she's an older actress, she would fit the profile of the age more of Marcus,
Yeah,
while the other ones are a bit younger.
yeah, and I think she can do, and like she did do the voice acting for her character in Clone Wars as well.
Yeah.
So she has done
Animated.
both. Yeah, so she's probably best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds, I'd take that. So, Katy Sakoff, welcome to the cast.
Katie, you're slacking off.
She has like an insane workout regime. I saw her on YouTube and it's like, she does a lot of workout exercise. Right, so the last character we're casting in our initial one, so it means that if we don't cast them in this, you can cast anyone else you want in your pitch there, Gar-Rath. So, General Ram, or the big dude with the bat-looking face, is also known as...
Destroy!
He's the leader of the Locust, and he is a prick to beat on the train at the end of this game. He has the krill around him. This protects them all the
I
time.
figured out you just throw grenades at him, just machine gun the hell out of him in his face, and he just dies.
Yeah. I thought you had to Ram. That was his name. Ram, but it wasn't.
You just throw rams at him. Ram gun.
So Ram, otherwise known as the big boss dude. I put it on here as well.
Yeah.
So my first option, sir, is it my turn first time? It was your turn first time last time. So
I don't know, just do
my
it.
first option, sir, is someone who gets nominated in almost everything someone does for a dream casting. So one from in here, and I think it'd be an interesting choice. He's played a bad guy before with a lot of prosthetics. Yeah. So he can actually act through it, which is going to be tough. The thing because I think it'll be a lot of prosthetics for him. Yeah. My first option is Tom Hardy.
Oh, yep.
I think he'd be my first option.
Yep. Because I'm just doing voices, it will be D. Bradley Baker, who did his voice in a whole lot of the Locust characters in that as well. So he was the main one who did all the Locust voices. So yeah, he'd be a good one for animation because he could do a variety.
Yeah, I could see that. My second choice for Ram is Stefan Kapitic, or Kapitic, Kapic, I think it is. He's Colossus in Deadpool.
Oh yeah,
he's a big dude. Yeah, and I thought him being a big dude could actually be pretty cool. And if he's got like a Russian accent,
is he actually a big dude or is that just CGI?
Look at the thing, he's quite big.
Oh, okay,
he's quite large.
Yeah, because I thought, is he actually a big dude?
But here's my second option.
I don't actually have a second or third option.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, well, I don't, because Ram doesn't say a hell of a lot.
No.
He's just like, kill.
Yeah.
Die.
For my third option, that's the reason I picked this third guy.
Matt Damon?
The guy I'd nominate. No.
Matt Damon.
Yes, Matt Damon is the only option for a big dude with prosthetics on.
Get Matt Damon.
This is going to be a nightmare to try and say, but third option I'm going for is half-poor Julius Bjornsson, otherwise known as the Mountain from Game of Thrones. I think him being this huge and muscular would just, you'd see him and just be terrified straight away. You could go Kevin Nash, aka Super Shredder, but no, this time
he's too old.
I'm going to go half-poor Julius Bjornsson, the Mountain.
The Mountain.
As Ram. And if you wanted to put voice work over him with prosthetics, so be it. But otherwise, you didn't have to say much at all that you say.
No, he doesn't. And he didn't really say much as the Mountain either. He just growled and sneered.
It made it more creepier that way too.
Yeah, and ripped out Pedro Pascal's eyes.
Yeah. But he's the one I'd go for if we got to nominate someone.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not too fussed about it.
Because you got the one guy who's he's the voice guy who hardly said a word. I was like, how good is he then?
Yeah, well, he did all the other characters, so I'm like,
Could be awkward with live action for me though. But no, it's good. Like I say, I'm happy you nominated every single person who did the voice work for the game because, like I say, we wouldn't be making this if it wasn't for them in the first place. So
True.
Good on them for doing it, and thank you for being a part of gaming history.
Oh, it's an awesome game. Playing it with you that time, we keep dying in the minecart, but
there's one bit with me and Jeff, who's another co-host, obviously, from the previous episodes of Nobody Does It Better. We had a bit where we're taking on this guy. We've been playing it for 24 hours straight, Gears of War 2, and we're playing other things as well. Like Spider-Man Web of Shadows at the time. It just came out. But we got to the point where we were so tired that we got to this point towards the end where this guy just keep shooting us when we ran through a tunnel. No matter what we did, we'd get both annihilated by this one guy. Got to the point we promoted him so high, he became general by the end of it because he started at private, but every time he killed us, we nominated him and ranked him higher. This guy, he died at general and we saluted him when he died. Gears of War 3, I think it was. Yeah. 2. No, Gears of War 2. Yeah.
Yep.
So for the casting now for Gears of War, we have Marcus Fenix, played by Henry Cavill. Mm-hmm. We have Dominic Santiago. He's been played by Dave Bautista. Mm-hmm. we have Augustus Cole, or Coltrane. He's going to be played by Winston Duke, otherwise known as M'Baku from Black Panther. Character 4 is Damon Beard or Bard, and he is going to be played by Zach Levy.
Yep.
Character 5 was Anya Stroud.
Yep.
She's going to be played by Katy Sakoff. And Ram, of course, is going to be played by half-pure Julius Bjornsson,
Yeah,
otherwise
sure.
known as the Mountain
Sure, why not?
from Game of Thrones. Yeah, that's from in there.
Yeah, probably there.
Right, so now we've done our casting, sir. Let's go to our pictures.
Well, this is my picture of a bird. As you can see, he's got lovely wings and plumage.
I love that. Well, actually, the Bird of the Year in New Zealand actually got, they nominated a bat, and there's like controversy because Bird of the Year in New Zealand, a bat won it. And I just put in the comments of their Facebook pages, not the bird we wanted, but the bird we deserved.
It's not a bird, though. Isn't it classed as a rodent?
Yeah, but it flies. All right, let it have its moment.
So could a mouse if you throw it. Does that count?
Let it have its moment, all right? In New Zealand, a bat was nominated Bird of the Year. Well done. Only New Zealand.
We're a bunch of idiots. God damn.
Nobody does it, Bennett. Quack.
Now we're doing our pitch for Gears of War. I'll start off with my pitch, shall I? Because last time you went first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's my show. I do what I
I
want.
see how it is.
My show. Take all the ideas.
Oh, I'm just going to leave there.
I'll do what I want.
I'm packing my bags and I'm out of here.
Right. So for my pitch, it's a TV show live action, as I said before. It's 7 episodes long, and it's going to be like a Netflix / Disney Plus style kind of show where it's going to be no ads. It's going to be like an hour long each. So 7 hours.
Well, that's how you want it.
It is. The first episode is going to be called Episode 1, Emergence. First episode will tell the story of Emergence Day, when the locusts first appeared and attacked. The day when everything changed. You will meet a young Marcus Fenix, about 21 or 22. He will not be in the military quite yet, but you do see him do some heroic things to show you the type of man he is. You will also meet Adam Fenix, Marcus's dad, a former gear and current professor at a university. Adam Fenix will be played by Tom Selleck.
Oh, come on.
Tom Selleck.
Would he be trying to sell his reverse mortgages as well while he's at it?
Tom Selleck. Magnum PI himself.
Keep David Hasselhoff.
No. I wanted to be taken seriously, all right? That's why I got Tom Selleck.
Jesus.
He had the moustache.
Now, is he going to have to shave the bow? Oh, no, he's going to keep the
In
bow.
the military, you can have moustaches. It's fine. Distinction. So Tom
Let's
Selleck.
see what's going on here.
Tom Selleck is Adam Phoenix. The rest of the episode will show the rise of Marcus fighting through the years and becoming a war hero during the Pendulum Wars. This is where Dom will meet Marcus. You will see Marcus earn the Embry Star, the COG's highest military distinction. Adam will get forced to leave during this period, giving Marcus no reasons for his departure. Because in the game, you only know of him, you don't really see him until Gears of War 2.
No, you only see him in Gears of War 3. His dad.
I thought it was at the end of 2 when you got to do a mission with him.
No, that's his. No, it's 3. I'm sure it's 3 you meet his dad. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Right, so that's the end of episode 1. A fair bit happens. It gives you like an intro into Marcus Fenix. So in the game, you just meet him in prison. Yeah. And it's like, you don't know much about him.
No.
So in this gives you an intro of who he is. So when it goes to it later on, you kind of care more about him. Episode 2, The Trial of Marcus Fenix. The second episode will start with Marcus in chains in a courtroom. As the court case unfolds, you will be given information to what happened during flashbacks. This episode will tell the story of how Marcus Fenix deserted his men and mission to rescue his dad during the Battle of Euphoria. Colonel Hoffman will be a character witness against Marcus. So it'll be a court case, but as people were talking, it will cut to flashbacks.
Flashbacks of what's happening.
Yeah, which I think Courage Under Fire did that pretty well in the mid-90s. Kind of had some flashbacks to tell you what was going on. The court will judge Marcus guilty of a charge of dereliction and will be sentenced to 40 years in Jacinto Maximum Prison. As Marcus spends 4 years in prison, the Locust threat starts to take over cities. The end of the episode will have Don opening Marcus' cell. So as he gets arrested, the Locust will start taking over all the cities, and it'll show you, how bad it's gotten. And then, Dom will keep saying we should have Marcus for this, and the generals and stuff like, no, not the deserter. It's going to get to the point where Dom goes, screw this, I'm going on my own, because I'm pretty sure he breaks rank by going to get him.
He pretty much does, yeah.
So then that's going to have Dom going and saving Marcus, and it can have a bit of Dom, showing how much he's risking his life to get him, going through a whole bunch of people by himself. And that's the end of episode 2. Episode 3, Welcome to Delta. Marcus and Dom will battle their way out of the prison before meeting up with Colonel Hoffman and Anya Stroud, the General's daughter. They will meet up with Marcus, Dom, and Lieutenant Kim. So Lieutenant Kim will get introduced in this one too. I haven't got an actor for him.
What about Carmine as well?
Carmine is in there, but he's got a helmet on, you know.
Yeah, you don't.
Maybe you can get Daniel Craig again, like from Star Wars, when he was a stormtrooper.
My gun's jammed, see? Oh, he's dead.
Well, it'd be a good idea to get someone like someone who doesn't really want to be on set every day. Just give him to voice Carmine.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Kim will be there as well.
Lieutenant Dan.
Anya will be in constant communication with Delta for the remainder of the series. So when you meet her here, she'll be in the earpiece for the rest of the time. But also have scenes where we'll cut back to her in base.
You do meet her the first time on the helicopter when Marcus gets rescued from the thing. She's actually on the helicopter.
Oh, okay, but you don't really talk to her until you get off.
Oh, no, I think he does talk to her, but then she's more talking to them through the thing. But you do get to see her there once on the helicopter, yeah.
So yeah, she'll be in constant communication with them. There was a strong distaste between Marcus and Hoffman, and I thought having him in the court case being a character witness against Marcus will be a good way of showing you just how much Hoffman hates him.
This man's a traitor.
You can have, I'm sure who'd have as a Hoffman. Just someone who's like a military...
Ross. Ross from the Marvel movie.
You could have him. I was thinking more like Clancy Brown.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Hoffman.
That's good. Yeah.
Would be good. Yeah. Marcus, Dom, Kim, and Carmine. There he is. Carmine's there.
Yeah.
Will be the first version of Delta Team. Their mission will be to go find the Resonator. It will map the Locust tunnels so that the Gears can deploy light mass bombs. Those are big giant bombs that go underground and take out all the Krill pretty much. And who are the Krill? You'll find out later on. There will be a good 20 minutes of Locust action mixed in with Delta making their way through locations. So this will be one of those big action kind of episodes. Yeah. Chainsaw guns.
Down in the underground.
Delta Team will meet up with Beard and Coltrane, who will join Delta Team as their team is killed. Alpha Team, I think they're part of originally.
Because Coltrane, I think's in like a courtyard just fighting them off, going, yeah, bring it on!
Yeah. He's always one of the best intros. I think it's in Gears of War 2 when you first catch up with him. He like comes out of like this area and is like chainsaws the max other people and just jumps down and lands like next to you like, hey, where you been, baby?
Yeah. Come on, baby!
No Jericho though this time.
Oh,
Jericho can't be cast as Coltrane.
can't do
Can't do
Jericho.
Jericho.
Can't do Jericho. Can't do free drinks either.
No. The Hammer of Dawn will be used to take out an enemy to introduce the weapon. So this is like those big kind of like corner bug things. I'll use one of them to blow it up.
So they're kind of like a mortar type creature, yeah.
Have like the Hammer of Dawn used against them so you can see it.
Screwing up the air, that takes out the air defense and screwing up the satellites and stuff.
They're like the Hammer of Dawn will be used against that.
Yeah.
So you can see the absolute power of it. The ending of the episode will introduce General Ram, who will make his presence felt by killing Lieutenant Kim. This will mean that Marcus will become Delta Team leader. It will happen pretty much the same way in the game. You know, it's like everyone's talking, all of a sudden Ram just walks out of nowhere and grabs Kim and breaks his neck.
No, he stabs him.
What happens, does he?
He picks him up.
Oh, he does.
He Darth Vaders him by
He
picking him up.
breaks
by
another
the
guy's neck later on.
Yeah, he picks him up by the throat and he just bleh,
Gets rid of him.
there he goes. Kill.
And it's like, that's a pretty brutal way to introduce the character. And it does everything he needs to do. It's like, oh, this guy's badass.
Oh, he's mean.
Yeah. That's the end of episode 3. Episode 4 is called Krill of the Night. Like Thrill of the Night, but
It's
Krill
the
of the Night.
krill of the night. On the night. Oh, yeah.
The episode will have Team Delta fighting a berserker. Yeah. Carmine will be killed in this battle because that's the thing. Carmines always get killed in Gears of War. Yeah. Except for the last one, I think.
No, the last one they had a vote on.
And he survived.
And he survived. Yeah, they voted on it because he was tough as. He fell out of the helicopter and survived.
Yeah, that's right. And the second one gets the worst death out of all of them. Yeah. He gets half eaten by acid, and then the rest of them
on the worm.
Dies. Yeah,
yeah, because
half devoured.
Because the first one, Carmine just gets shot in the head. Yeah.
This one, he's going to get killed by a berserker. So I'm going to make it pretty brutal.
Well, the thing with that, the berserker one, is I was thinking of doing a whole episode about them trapped in this big building and they have to creep through it without letting this berserker know that it's there, and that's the whole episode.
You can do that. It's part of your pitch, sir.
Yeah.
But this is my pitch, right?
Oh, don't be a pitch about your pitch, mate.
This is my pitch. This is my ideas. Right.
That's it. I'm walking again.
Christopher Walken. Right. Needs more cowbell. Right.
More cowbell.
The episode will have Team Delta fighting Berserker. Carmine will be killed in this battle. It'll be pretty brutal too, because this series is going to be at least R16. Marcus will use the Hammer of Dawn to end the Berserker. Don't know how, just he will somehow.
Hang on, are we talking about the Berserker in the game or the Berserker, the old WWE wrestler?
We're definitely talking about the game one.
Oh, okay.
The old wrestler's probably dead.
Yeah, probably.
Most of them are.
Yeah.
After this, the daylight will start to fade and the team will start to get worried. You're like, why are they getting worried about it being dark? They need to find shelter before night. The Krill come at night, and with them, death.
Dun, dun, dun.
Team Delta will arrive at an outpost called the Local Stranded. They will go into the outpost and talk to their leader, Franklin. Hey, it's Franklin.
You're also going to make note how the stranded people hate the gears.
Yeah, because they believe that the gears are the reason for all the destruction.
And those guys like, hey, guys, about time you guys come in. And they just come down and kill them.
Dom knows him and says how he's calling him a favor. He wants to borrow Franklin's ride. Franklin agrees, but only if Cole and Beard stay behind as collateral. Dom agrees. The other issue that Dom will have to deal with, though, is to get the ride. It's parked outside the outpost at a gas station. The only way for Dom and Marcus to get it is to deal with the locusts guarding the area around the gas station and the Krill.
And there's that house they got to go through, and the guy keeps turning the lights off. Ha! Just kidding.
Well, you could have that. I'm not sure if I'd have all that in there, because it's a long level. This part of the episode will become a horror/action for most of the episode. So yeah, I wouldn't have the extra guy there's a guy at the gas station that you got to take with you. Yeah. I wouldn't have him. I wouldn't have the guy turn the lights on and off because that's the jerk move.
If you're not familiar with what the Krill are, they're like these bird things that are like piranhas in the sky, and they just come down in a pack and just devour you.
Yeah, they shred you to bits.
They shred you.
So that's why the darkness, if you're not in light, that's what will happen. If you're in light, they can't hurt you. So that's what I like about this part of the episode. It's going to be pretty much like Alien in the dark, where you just hear them.
Those things are a bastard, eh?
Oh, I'm glad they're dead. Yeah. I'm glad they're dead. It's like Joker says in Batman 89, you son of a bee. I'm glad you're dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this part's going to be a horror action part. Marcus and Dom will get to the vehicle, though. It will be part car, part truck, and part tank. It's called the Junker, a beast of a vehicle. They will drive it back to the outpost using the spotlight being used as a gun to take out the incoming Kroll along the way. So
yeah, because it just kills them like vampires.
Having a spotlight as a gun would be awesome too.
Yeah, because it just burns them, and it's a UV light, so they can't handle UV, like vampires, really.
Yeah, they pretty much are.
Yeah, piranha vampires type thing.
How cool a scene would it be just having a darkness with a spotlight as being the action? Yeah. And all you hear is the shrieking of the Krill.
That level was more.
Oh, it's annoying. You have to keep repairing the truck.
That's right. Come on, Bard. I'm doing it. Just give me time.
Well, Bard is not in this part because he's still back at the outpost. It's the old man that I don't want to include in this is the one that's fixing it all the time.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's an idiot. I don't like him.
Yeah, keep your hold on your horse in here.
Pretty much that's how it goes. When Marcus and Dom get back to the outpost, they will see that it's under attack. After Team Delta helps save the outpost from the locusts, Franklin will give them the Junker as like a thank you very much. Yep. Team Delta will drive off. End of episode. So then we go into episode 5. It's called Journey to the Center of Hell. The Junker breaks down, forcing Delta to have to go through an old factory to get to the mines. On their journey to plant and detonate the resonator. While in the factory, they face off against highly volatile wrenches that explode on impact.
Oh, crap. Winches.
Due to high emulsion levels. So that'd be a cool little scene.
Yeah, I love that bit in that game when you just hear the... And then Marcus goes, ah, crap. Winches.
Another day, another dollar. Someone who's just over it. Team Delta will use minecarts to descend underground. Like in the game, there's a whole thing with it, but just be a quick thing. Yeah. When they get underground, they are met by a giant corpser, a giant spider-like creature.
Yeah, that's all right.
No Hammer of Dawn underground, so they have to get tactical. Delta split up and flanked the large creature and hurt it off the edge of a ledge. An edge of a ledge, causing it to fall to the depths below.
I think those are the ones that cause a lot of the holes as well.
I think they make them.
Yeah.
Don't they make the holes?
They're like a grub thing that eats. Yeah. But there's also that big worm that does a lot of digging as well.
They kind of also remind me of a trapdoor spider.
Yes.
In that way.
They're kind of like they're kind of real spider-like, eh?
Yeah, very spider-like. If I got bitten by one, would I get powers? Probably not. Probably lose my arm.
No, you'd probably be dead because of the size of it.
Lose my arm at least.
If you got bitten by it, it's eating you. I like how it wears they wore these helmets too, and then that level you get introduced to the emulsion which just explode too.
Yeah, those are the ones that the wrench that started it.
Yeah.
They're emulsion. They've got too much emulsions, man.
And then you get introduced to the I don't know what they are, but they use the crossbows, the bow and arrow.
Is it Hawkeye?
Yeah, it's Hawkeye. Hawkeye locusts.
There we go. We'll call them that. Sounds fair. Delta plant the resonator and get out of the explosion just in time. They inform Control of their accomplished mission and start thinking about heading back to base.
Yeah, but the resonator fails.
That's bad news. It didn't work. The resonator had insufficient data. But when Delta was underground in the Locust tunnels, Baird hacked the terminal, showing them a much bigger tunnel system than before. The 0-point location on the data shows it coming from Marcus's father's house, Alex Fenix's home, which is a university, I believe.
No, it's just a big mansion.
It was part of like the university grounds, I think they said.
Oh yeah, so he kind of looks like he's got a house on the grounds. Yeah.
So Alex Fenix's home. Time for Marcus to head home. General Ram, though, intercepts the conversation through a cog helmet of a soldier he just killed. So he's on the ground listening to everything they're saying. And then he starts walking towards the camera. End of episode.
Kill.
Episode 6. Home Sweet Home. Delta team has been flown to Alex Fenix's address when they are attacked by flying locusts. It's like these flying kind of jellyfish looking ones. And they start attacking the helicopters.
Oh yeah, they look kind of like squid things. Yeah. And when you shoot, they just explode. It's great.
Yeah, also remind me of the machines in the Matrix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. God, it's been a long time I've played the game, but yeah, that's right.
They force the chopper to land. Delta now have to make their way through an army of locusts to get to Dad's house. As Delta fight their way to the house and search the property for the secret lab, Marcus has flashbacks of times with his dad. So this is going to be a bit where it kind of introduces you more to Marcus and his dad's relationship, because you don't get too much of it at the start. No. You get more hair, and it's just more Tom Selleck. And you can't go wrong when you got more Tom Selleck in there. That's right. Delta find the secret lab in the basement. The data and area of Locust tunnels is so large that the file cannot be sent via bandwidth. So Marcus gets Jack to download the data. They're going to have to take it with them. As they're leaving, though, they are met by a large group of locusts. So it's going to be like, you've got the thing. They know you've got it. Yeah. And they know all they got to do is kill you to get rid of it.
Because that level was such hell. Because they just swarm that house. So there would be a good, like, if you did a live action, a good one take of them just trying to get through hallways, just blowing all these, yeah.
A really good opportunity just to go nuts with the action. They fight their way through. Baird comes out of nowhere in a military vehicle. They all get in and drive off. Because as they're doing this, Baird's fixing, or looking for something to fix. I think he's fixing a vehicle. Cause
he's fixing the junker.
Because they didn't have the junker with them, though, in the helicopter. It just appears out of nowhere.
Because they take the junker to the train when they get on it.
Must be, but someone else must have had it in another helicopter.
I don't know, unless I don't know.
Maybe it was attached to the bottom of the helicopter. I don't know. Maybe Thunderbird 2 took it there.
Let's go, Virgil.
They leave just as a Bromac arrives. Now this is a big giant creature. It's not a guy who goes bruh. Hey bruh.
What are you doing trying to kill us, bruh? It's not cool, bruh.
Hey you Gears, bruh.
Bruh.
You're acting like a bunch of bullies, bruh.
What are you doing, doink, bruh?
You're scaring the children, bruh.
Children, bruh.
But this is a Brah Mac. A Brah Mac arrives. End of episode. This is episode 7, the finale of the season. Episode 7, Scratch One Grub.
Scratch One Grub.
Yep. It's a line from the game that's very common, so I'm like, they're going to have that as an episode.
Oh, yeah. They got to get those episodes in.
Delta gets a safe distance and stop. Anya lets Marcus know that the light bomb required to blow the Locust tunnels is on a train. They need to get on the train and use the data from Jack to fix the bomb's targeting systems. Delta get on the train, but are ambushed by locusts.
The train's still moving though, so they had to jump on the train.
They had to. About 50 minutes of the 60-minute episode will be Delta fighting their way to the front of the train, then meeting General Ram. The battle with him will be an epic one. So I'd keep the Krills protecting them. Somehow you got to get rid of the Krills to get to him, because you got to use the flash, the spotlights, I think, to get the Krills away from him.
Oh no, you got to throw grenades at him. Yeah.
Or you shoot them with snipers. I think you can also shoot them with snipers for some reason.
He should have like Brock Lesnar's entrance too. Bam, 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 bam. When he enters, like, oh no, it's General Ram.
Oh my God, here he comes!
Oh goddamn, he's got a family. Goddamn it!
Business is about to pick up. Once Ram is finally defeated, Delta will use the train to set off the light bombs and blast the tunnels. completely eradicating the krill.
Yeah, it's meant to kill the locust as well.
It does, but it only gets rid of the krill. That's why I've put kills the krill, but I haven't put kills the locust, because the locust will return in Season 2. Gears of War. Die Harder.
Die harder.
End of episode, end of season. So that is my pitch for Gears of War, 7 episode 1. I concluded a lot of the game. I also included a lot of backstory that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, I know in this one it's based on the first game, so it still doesn't break the rules. But I thought I'd give yourself a couple episodes to get to know the characters first before everything goes to hell.
Yeah. Since I was doing an anime,
So you're going to go into your one now? Do you have nothing to say about mine? All right. That's
I
fine.
like yours. Yours is like a nice crisp 7-Up.
Nice, but we'll see, because it's going to be some similarities, so we can talk about afterwards anyway. So let's get into your one. So it's animated?
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just messing with you.
Don't you Liam messing with me?
I was there messing with you.
Going.
I was taking my time.
Jesus.
There we
This
go.
guy, he
Yeah.
starts a podcast, thinks he runs the world.
Right, so yours is an animated.
Animated, I've gone with 10 episodes.
What kind of animation? Is it going to be 3D?
No, well, see, 3D, everyone sort of enjoyed, but I've noticed people going back to the old sort of 2D style. Anyone think like it?
I'd like this to be heavily cell shaded.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think more modern 2D, but yeah, with cell
Almost
shading.
Borderlands.
Yeah. That'd be really cool. Even you could even do it like the game characters from the cutscenes. Have it like that, because that looks with real good graphics. Yeah, it looks really good. So I was gonna go like 10 episodes. It'll be like what you said, Netflix or something like that. The first episode I was gonna have it just a slight bit, because it's a Netflix thing. So you're gonna be able to binge it. So the first episode it's more like before Emergence Day.
Ooh, okay.
Because you find out later on that Marcus's dad was actually talking to the queen of the locusts. So I thought, you'll see him talking to someone, but you don't know who he's actually talking to at the time, to give you more of the backstory of what's going on with these things. And then next thing you know, it's Emergence Day. So you like you've done with all the episodes, you have Emergence Day and then all that. But I'd also do the odd series where you're sort of getting to know the guys a little bit better. They're doing the odd missions, not really sort of... There's going to be parts like from the game, but they'll be further on, and you'll be doing a little bit more mission-based.
Kind of Mandalorian-like.
Yeah, they'll just be doing, oh, hey, we need to get this, save these people, or save these stranded, that sort of thing. So it gives it a little bit more to go with.
It will give Delta more victories as well before they go up against it.
Yeah, it gives them that thing, and gives you a little bit more familiarity to like some of these bigger, badder creatures that are going to appear, and you're like, oh no, here we go, they had trouble with this last time. And like I said, I would like to see one episode where they're trapped in a big building. Say they're on the top floor and they've got to get out, but there's a berserker hunting them through this whole, like maybe a couple of berserkers hunting them through this building.
And maybe it could be nighttime where they can't actually use the Hammer of Dawn until day.
Yeah, so they're like, got to keep quiet or else this thing's going to just destroy the floors underneath them. And I just thought that would be cool. And then there'd be an episode like, oh, we have to get supplies to such and such. So there's like an air battle one, and then
Would the team pretty much be formed already from the start?
No, they'll eventually meet each other. So like what you've done, the guy, the whole thing with Marcus being in jail and all that, that's going to happen. So you get all that backstory, and then they'll meet all the guys as they progress through the actual series, sort of early on, because people hate waiting for that. You just want them to meet up. They're like, hurry up and meet each other.
I think if it's done well, it can be a bit longer, but you want to get straight into the team.
Yeah, to get to them, and then they're all trying to do their missions together and all that. Because, again, I think Bard and Cole get separated in part 2. They're in other teams again. They're not with Delta again. Because I think Marcus and Dom are together, and there were some other guys.
Bard and Coltrane take a while to come back into it.
Because it's them and Carmine again. The other Carmine brother.
That's right, the one that gets horribly killed.
Destroyed with the acid, yeah.
Am I going to make it, man? It's like, you'll be fine. He's like, dies.
So I just sort of look at it like that. Like second Gears of War 2, you're going to have another series where probably next season will be like happen in part 2. But again, there's that looming thing of this, who is in charge of the Locust. And you keep going through this thing, finding out more and more about how the Locust came to be and all that. And Marcus questioning his father's things and finding more information about his dad. Like they'll go to like scientific buildings and all that to get information about stuff, and he finds his dad's got something to do with it, and be like, well, what's the hell's my dad been doing?
So will it be kind of like a standalone story episode?
Yeah.
And would it end with Ram?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the game, there's going to be stuff on the game in it, like the ram and the train, and them trying to get this vehicle, and the crew, and the light mass bomb, and them going underneath the ground and all that. But there'll be certain, like, oh, we have to go into the underground and save some people, and all this sort of stuff. Just a little bit more, I don't know, fleshed out, to see you know what's going on with all the guys, and you get to know them a bit better, and maybe have the odd backstory to each character as to what they were doing before everything happened.
When Tom Selleck will also be your Alex Fenix?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Back to the PI. He's still got the sexy moustache.
He's trying to do reverse home mortgages, man. It's like a dodgy thing, man.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, it's real dodge.
I know he's in Blue Bloods TV show, and I didn't know about reverse
No,
mortgages.
I'd get Mario.
Chris Pratt then.
Yeah. I don't know who I'd have as the general, but I'd say there's plenty of people out there.
Where's Alex? He wouldn't be General. General would be Clancy Brown for me.
Yeah. Oh, his dad. That's right. Oh God, no, I don't know. I'll figure out who his dad will be later on. Yeah. Something like that. But it's just be, again, like sort of Star Fox. There's that looming presence of like who is actually behind the locusts and leading these assaults, and how they know what's going on and where to attack.
Would you have the Queen in this, or would you just have Ram thinking Ram's the big baddie?
Maybe have Ram think Ram's the big baddie. But even in the first game, I thought he's not the leader because he's not talking or communicating much. He just points, and
I thought he was.
no, I don't think he was. I thought there was something else going on.
I was 20 years old when it came out, so I was probably thought, he's a bad guy. It's just a generic bad guy. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, he's pretty generic, but I still think he's one of the toughest guys. He's one of the toughest guys to beat in the whole series.
Oh, he's cool. You're going to have this episode where who was his dad talking to about the locusts, because he was part of the locusts being made type thing, and this woman who is the queen. And then you're going to find out more and more about her later on, and realize, who is this type thing, Find out she's an actual human herself.
For animations as well, you can almost do like What If with the MCU.
Yeah.
You're going to have because our cast is pretty much as actors as well. You could use it that way as well.
I do enjoy episodes where they're just doing random stuff, not fully part of the game. It's sort of, yeah.
Something new for some people who have played the game already. It gives them something else to look forward to.
Yeah, like watching so many of the animations, like, your Batman TV series. We had Batman.
Thank you for bringing up Batman. It's hard for me to bring him up, but here you go.
He just did some random episodes, and they weren't the most exciting ones, but there was something about them.
I think some of the best ones were standalones.
Yeah.
Nothing really arced back then for Batman the animated series.
But these will always sort of be arcing towards something in the end, and then we go into season 2, and all the way to season 3, which will be the saddest season where, certain people die, and you're going to lose guys and all that, yeah.
Well, season 3 would almost be where it ended it, because 4, 5, and 6 isn't worth telling.
No.
4 and 5, sorry. No. Not worth telling at the moment, so.
Depending on how well 3 went.
I would probably redo an original season 4. Yeah. So it's carry on with Marcus.
Yeah, well, that's the thing reason I didn't enjoy it, because I didn't like not being Marcus. So you have Dom, like, through halfway through season 2, you see him breaking as a man. He just doesn't care anymore.
Well, we're going to actually cover Gears of War 2 in a later video game movie pitch, so probably getting more on that later. It's more about season 1, I think, the first game. You can almost see it in the first season if you wanted to add it. Have him talk about his wife.
Yeah, because he is trying to look for her. Yeah, because he's in contact with Arya, trying to find out where she is and all that. So, that's been one of the main things. He's like, so maybe when you go to rescue people, he thinks maybe his wife is there, or one of these missions, you're like, oh, we think she's there, and you go there and she's not there, type thing.
It's a good idea, actually, because it brings it up, and then later on it's planted for.
Yeah, like, is he going to find his wife and have Marcus's and Arya's relationship sort of grow? Because it's sort of like, oh, okay, they're together? Oh, okay, oh, right, type thing,
We could have it like she helps Marcus in a way that she wasn't supposed to or something.
Yeah. just do some things for them.
Maybe like maybe the general can say, all right, guys, you've done enough. Don't even think about touching that train. Yeah. And then only give them the location of the train. Not supposed to, but they give it. So they win. But at the end, it could also be that maybe she's not part of control for season 2 or something.
Like I love all the episodes that you've done. They're the good, like the episode Night of the Krill and stuff like that, and just things like that. The Battle of the, I don't know, the Witches. And
Well, I just thought I'd break it up into those sort of ones so every episode was different as well.
Emulsion Town or something like that.
I like your ideas of not having everything be the arc. Yeah. Having standalone episodes like The Mandalorian is actually quite nice when you're just doing things just for the sake of things.
And have funny episodes and... Yeah, like most things have like a funny episode, a serious episode, but the most thing about it is serious and it is dark, but there are going to be some funny things in it and that.
Both ideas, I can see they could actually kind of blend those together and be quite good. Animation or live action, I think either way it work quite well.
Well, they could probably do both in some ways. Like I could see live action movies and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing's out of the picture because they did that with Star Wars. You know, all the variations of different Star Wars movies and. You know, and blah, blah, blah.
Some of them hit, some of them missed, but like Gears of War itself, some of them hit, some of them missed. Like the first 2 Gears of War were absolutely my favourite games. 3 was good, but when you couldn't be Dom anymore, it kind of sucked. 4 and 5, I've played bits of 4 and haven't played 5 yet. But what I've played of 4 so far, it hasn't got the same feeling.
No, like the amount of times I played those Gears games, like 1, 2, and 3, and I've only ever played 4 once. And 5 once, and I've never really wanted to go back and play them again because I was like, I don't really enjoy these as much.
I used to have the custom console for the 360 as well. That when you press the button, it made the checkpoint sound.
You gave it to me. I'm looking after that.
I did because you're someone who collects old consoles, classic consoles. I don't, so I was like, hey, match made in heaven. Here you go. Right, so those are our pictures. Some interesting ideas in those, I reckon. I think there is a lot you could do with this gaming franchise, especially if you go outside the main arc. You can actually create your own ones. You can also create other characters, like in your pitch, ones that, if you're not going to main story, you can always meet other gears, and therefore you could actually start spin-offs. Like maybe Beta Squad or...
Because you meet all those other guys, like Ty and all that, and like, how do you know Ty, and how do you know these guys? And so, I think of it more. I just remembered it now. You remember Starship Troopers used to have like a cartoon?
I don't remember the cartoon. I remember the Starship Troopers, a great movie.
Yeah, there was like this. They'd be like going on these missions, and like the insects are raiding certain planets and stuff like that, and they have to do stuff. Okay. Yeah, and I could see it kind of like that. Like, you know, they're going to do something, and then they run into locusts and stuff. Yeah,
that'd be interesting. Starship Troopers is a good way of putting it out because that kind of is what Gears is about, really.
Yeah, it's like a swarm of these creatures just destroying everything.
Well, even the violence of it too is very similar to Gears.
Oh yeah, it's very
it's a good
crazy.
It's a good comparison too.
Yeah.
Right. So if you like what you hear and would like to send us your thoughts, why not contact us? You can by visiting our Nobody's at Bennett Facebook page, or by hitting us up on the Twitter at NobodyDIBennett, or by emailing us at nobodydoesitbennett@outlook.com. That's nobodydoesitbennett@outlook.com. It's a Bennett with 2 N's and 2 T's. Nobody Does It Bennett is available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and other podcast networks. Right, Gar-Rath, have you got any final thoughts about Gears of War before we finish off tonight?
That game is awesome.
I reckon almost like a reimagining of 4.
Yeah, maybe have a look at 4 and 5 again.
I would like a Gears of War racer. Like a Mario Kart.
That'd be hilarious.
Have them as big giant heads as well for no reason. Just like have them like big guys in the small cars.
Yeah, they did it with the start. There was one game called Star Wars Races, and they looked like that. The Star Wars characters in these little vehicles, and they had these big heads. Yeah. It was friggin' hilarious.
And you could also have like death matches, kind of like the old PlayStation game.
Carmageddon and stuff. Yeah, Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal is it. You can almost have a Twisted Metal like Destruction Derby Gears of War game.
Yeah. It'd be hilarious.
I'll play that game.
Crap. And you got a witch and like, I don't know, riding on something.
Yeah. You can have locusts in cars. You can have
General Ram.
Can have Tom Selleck's Alex Fenix in there.
Get out of here, Tom Selleck. Trying to get everyone with reverse mortgages.
No.
You know, I used to be a Magnum PI.
Now I'm in Gears of War.
I'm Gears.
He was supposed to be Indiana Jones too, but he
thank God.
Magnum PI, they couldn't actually get him in there. So already developed a TV show for this, animated live action. We've also created a Gears of War racer, which if you guys want the ideas for it, just go ahead. We'll play it.
It's an amazing game, and it's just talking about it brings back all these memories. I actually feel like I want to play it again.
It's a game that you can easily jump into again. When I was watching the gameplay, I was like, oh, it's so easy. Like
It's on Game Pass too. Give it a go.
in my pitches, I didn't say that in the pitch, but also during my show, there would be countless times where they stop and slowly start walking with their hands on their earpiece, so you couldn't actually run in those situations, just walking. There'd also be times like maybe before there was no air breaks, but maybe when after a battle, you'd hear the checkpoint sound. Ding.
There was an interesting thing because in the first game they added on an extra bit where you took on a broom arc again to put the bridge down to get to the train. So there's this little level that you had to do as well. So they added that on. So that would be another good episode. Get the bridge down.
Well, hopefully they do develop a Gears of War movie or TV show eventually. Maybe they'll take some of our ideas.
Yeah.
If there's one episode, if a TV show and one episode is called like Scratch One Grub, I'll say, I did that.
Yeah.
It was me.
I love the names for the episodes that you've done. Scratch One Grub's great.
So I got Scratch One Grub. I've got...
You got to have Immersion Day.
Well, the first episode... Yeah, Immersion Day is the first episode. So episode 1 was called Emergence. This is not called Immersion Day, it's called Emergence.
Emergence, yeah.
Episode 2 was called The Trial of Marcus Fenix.
Yeah.
The episode 3 was called Welcome to Delta. Episode 4 was called Cruel of the Night.
It's just the cruel of the night.
Episode 5 is Journey to the Center of Hell, because they're going underground.
Because they got to get to the emulsion factory underground, and that's where you meet the hey, there's nothing around, and you hear this in the background, like, uh-oh, what was that? The wind? We're underground.
Episode 6 is called Home Sweet Home.
Is Spider-Man going to be there?
Yeah, he will be. And episode 7 is Scratch One Grub.
Scratch One Grub.
I look forward to, if anyone has any ideas themselves, just to email us and tell us what they would do, who they would cast, what they would change from our pictures. Maybe they have some ideas that we haven't thought of that we could read on air if they want to. But thank you very much, Gar-Rath, for joining me again for another episode of a video game movie pitch.
You're very welcome.
The bill's in the mail.
Yeah. Chocolate fish is on his way.
Oh, chocolate fish for you, sir. Go grab yourself a nice, delicious 7-Up.
A crisp 7-Up.
Yeah, delicious. And thanks for listening. Remember, some others may do it better, but nobody does it, Bennett.
Wah.
Take care.
It's the end of the show, and now it's time to go. Don't be sad, just be glad. Then nobody does it, Bennett.